Hello students, let's start our first topic from hands-on book class 8th. The first topic is let us explore computer network. In this chapter we will understand about computer networks, type of networks, wired and wireless technology and equipment which are necessary to create a computer network. So let's start. Very first topic, need of communication. So look at here, two pictures are shown, two images are shown given, and in these images, in first image an army of ants and in second image a swarm of bees. It means we actually don't have to be born as a human being to communicate. All living organisms like ants, bees, apes, or dolphins communicate with one another, thus forming a network. Communication here means to be able to convey thoughts and ideas and everything else that needs to be expressed or conveyed. So, communication between two peoples, you can say that exchanging of thoughts or opinions, verbal or not verbally. So communication among individuals is not only face to face but also involves sharing a lots of information. So devices that we use to talk or send messages from one person to the other are the different modes of communication that we are use in our daily life. So here some activity is given. Then if we go to the history of communication, the history of communication started with carrier pigeons, after pigeon horsemen, and then postmen. According to the time, as time is spent, the telephone is came into existence, and after telephone it was very easy to use it and also connected to the far off distance location within no time. So computer have not only signified but also made the complex mathematical or scientific calculation possible, as we knows. All the parts of computer that attached with it called peripheral devices like keyboard, mouse, scanner, printer, etc. If two or more people wish to share the data or information, they have to move around with pen drives, CDs, DVDs, etc. However, the need of sending and receiving more and more information among individuals, organizations on the click of a mouse has given birth to the computer network. So need of communication is the main thing that given birth to a computer networks. So let's see what is the definition of computer network. So a computer network is a collection of two or more computers connected together in order to communicate and share the data and information. So you can see the picture that one computer is connected to different 3 or 4 computers and they can share data to each other. Let's understand how they exchange their data. So look at here, there are two systems and they are sharing one printer through cables. So the connection between computers in a network are made using physical wire cables. However, some connections are wireless using radio waves or infrared signal like the remote control of our television use infrared signals to send and receive information, and there are Wi-Fi, Bluetooth are available in our handsets to communicate wirelessly. When we connect two or multiple computers together, we get a network. On this network, a central computer acts as a storage location for files and applications that are shared on the network. So, the computer who shared his data to the other computers in a network is called server computer, and the computers who receive data or information from the server computer are called client computers. So in a network both are available, and this is also depend on the type or architecture of network. If the architecture or design of network is peer to peer, that means all the systems or computers that are connected to that network have same or equal status. But in client server network, the server has more storage capacity and more powerful CPU than the client computers, because of he need to share his data to many more computers. Clients are computers that receive and use data from servers. So we understand that in order to share files like text, images, videos or audios, we need two or more computers and we need to connect two or more computers in a network through a wire or wireless technology. So a wired network is a network which uses networking cables to connect devices like computer, printer and scanner, etc. But the wireless networks refers to two or more computers communicating using standard network rules, but without the use of cables to connect the computers together, and instruct the computers use wireless radio signals, microwave signals, satellites to send information from one device to other. So in wireless network technology, we use the devices who work without wire like Bluetooth, satellite, radio waves, infrared, etc. And in wired network technology, we use networking cables to connect devices. Here an image is given, and this image represents a wired network setup which uses physical cables to transfer data between different devices and computer system. There are two type of network technology, wired and wireless. So let's understand first wired technology. In order to establish or to connect various devices through network, we require the given things. The very first thing is cables. So cables to connect the computer and other peripheral devices to each other, we need cables. After cable, we need NIC, it means network interface card. This card or device connects the computer to the special device called switch, which in turn links all of the computers and on the network together. Each computer on a network must have this network card. So without network card, your system can't connect to a network. So it is the very important or very necessary equipment. After network card, we need a switch, and a switch is used to connect multiple devices such as computers, printers, scanners. we need to be connected to each other in a network. A switch can thus connect computers, printers and servers, creating a network of shared resources. So you can see here, this is the first picture given is cable and second is NIC network card, and the third picture is of switch. After switch, the most important equipment or device which is needed for the to create a computer network is modem. So what is a modem? A modem is a hardware device which means modulator and demodulator. So according to his name, first work of modem is to modulate the signals get from the computer. So modems are used for data transfer from one computer network to another computer network. The computer network works in digital mode while analog technology is used for carrying message across phone lines. The modulator converts information from digital mode to analog mode at the transmitting end, and demodulator converts the same from analog to digital at receiving end. So you can see the work of modem. First, modem receive signal from the computer, and that signals are digital signals, and digital signals can't travel on cables. So therefore modem is used to convert the digital signals into analog signals, and that analog signals can travel on telephone lines, and at the end point the modem again convert these analog signals to digital signals, and that digital signals are visible into the end computer. So according to the name modulator, demodulator, the device name is modem. After modem, our next device, so something more given here. We comprehend that in order to communicate with the individual device who cannot understand our language or signals, we need an interpreter. So interpreter, a person who translate our language to other person's language and his language to the language we understand. Okay, this is an example of modem, that how modem work. He translate or convert the signals to the end according to the requirement of that end point or starting point. After modem, another most commonly used networking device is router, which is used to tie or join multiple networks together. For example, we would use a router to connect our network computers to the internet and thereby share an internet connection among many users. The router will act as a courier, choosing the best route for your information to travel so that you receive it quickly. Okay, purchasing 10 internet connection or 10 mobile connections for using internet, instead of we can work in many computers through a single internet connection by using router, by joining different computers into the router device. So again I repeat, the router will act as a courier, choosing the best route for your information to travel so that you receive it quickly. So according to finding the best route, the name of this device is router. After router, the next equipment that used for creating. So after router, now we will understand and identify the cables used for creating wired network setup. So our very first type of cable is twisted pair. There are two type of twisted pair cables. First is STP, second is UTP. STP means shielded twisted pair and unshielded twisted pair. So let's see. The twisted pair cable used for networking is of two types, shielded and unshielded. And an Ethernet cable is a type of twisted pair. It is used to connect two network devices. Two network devices directed. The device can be a computer, switch, etc. Okay, you can see these are simple wires and twisted pair of wires, and these pairs are these wires are used to connect different computer peripheral devices. Let's see the advantage. The advantage that it provides high data transfer speed that are not very expensive. So wires are not so much expensive but provide high data speed, less power consumption, and they use less power to move information or data from one into another in. And third, these are simple to install. And the disadvantage of these twisted pair cables that Ethernet cables are difficult to troubleshoot. Okay, at the condition of some short circuit, it is difficult to find out that in which part of the cable short circuit happen. So at that time, according to for this difficulty, it is difficult to troubleshoot. So we change the whole wire at that condition. And Ethernet card must be present inside the computer for connecting Ethernet cables. So for connecting Ethernet cables, the Ethernet card must be present. Without, or we can say at the absence of Ethernet card, at the absence of Ethernet card, we cannot connect Ethernet cable with the computer. After after twisted pair cable, the next cable used for creating network is coaxial cable. Coaxial cable you can see in your dish TVs or here. So let's see. A coaxial cable consists of central copper wire surrounded by an outer jacket. So you can see in your home this cable also. Right now you can check your set-top box. At the back of set-top box you found this coaxial cable. This cable consists of central copper wire and surrounded by outer jacket and used by cable TV companies to connect television sets to antennas. The advantage that coaxial cables are inexpensive and can carry data over long distance. So it can carry data over very long distances. Coaxial cables are excellent noise immunity because of its thick outer covering. They are light, flexible and easy to work with, and coaxial cable are more resistant to interference and attention, means the loss of sign strength and twisted pair cable. So it is more strong than twisted pair cable. We can say that coaxial cables are more strong and more useful, but it is mostly used for connecting TV or set-top box to the antenna. After coaxial cable, let's see the disadvantage of coaxial cable, that these cables use copper conductors can easily break. So when copper conductors are break, the connection will lose or network will not work. And thick coaxial cables do not bend easily and thus are difficult to install and maintain. So because of they are very thick and copper wire in central, so it is difficult to bend them and also difficult to install. Then after the upcoming or the current technology which we use, that fiber optic cables. A fiber optic cable uses glass threads or fibers to transmit data, each of which is capable of transmitting message in the form of light waves. These network cables are bendable despite being made of glass. So fiber optic cables are used to transfer data or transmitting message in a form of light waves. They are made up of glass threads. The advantage that these are easy to install, being light in weight, because of they are very light in weight, so no one can face too much difficulties to install these cables. And second advantage is this provides very high data transmission speed and carries numerous information at once. So these fiber optic cables provide very high data transmission speed. We can say 4G speed or 3G speed. So fiber optic cables starts from 3G, and now in 4G service these cables are also used. The disadvantage that these are fragile, means it can be break easily and needs special care. And second disadvantage that the installation cost is very high of these cables. After wired network technology, the next topic is wireless network technology. So let's understand something about wireless network technology. As I discussed some time before, that there are many wireless mediums available which are used to share or transmit data and resources in a wireless network. For example, infrared, Bluetooth, radio link, microwave or satellite link, etc. These mediums can send or transmit data and resources at different speed and distance. Therefore, a medium should be carefully selected depending upon to what distance and at which special data or resources are to be transmitted. So here something given that, do you know the world's first wireless computer communication network known as Aloha.net was created in Hawaii in 1971. So let's see what are the wireless network technology devices or technologies. So our very first technology is Bluetooth. So Bluetooth is a wireless technology which uses radio frequencies to transmit information over short distance. So Bluetooth wireless network technology is used for short distance, generally 10 meters or less, and it allows communication between several devices at a time. So for short distance we use Bluetooth. The range of Bluetooth is 10 meter or less. After Bluetooth, the next wireless network technology is infrared. So as I say that infrared waves are used to communicate between devices that are not very far from each other, such as in remote controls of your TV sets, etc. So infrared waves are moving in a straight line, so that remote of our television can work in at that way. This type of transmission uses infrared light to communicate between two devices. So and it can work only for short distance, as it cannot penetrate walls. So infrared waves cannot penetrate walls because of light must have to go to the receiver of our remote, then the television receive the command. Normally operates between two devices at a time, so it cannot work with multiple devices we cannot work with multiple devices through this technology, as we can do with Bluetooth technology. Something given for, do you know? Let's see what is given. That the birth of wireless communication dates back to 1901 when M.G. Marconi successfully established a radio link between a land based station and a tugboat. Okay, our next topic is radio waves. So radio waves are electromagnetic signals that are transmitted by an antenna. We hear radio in cities like Radio Mirchi and other, and they are omnidirectional waves. It means they can travel in all directions from the source. The third point, that radio waves transmit music, conversation, pictures and data. For example, AM and FM radio, television, cordless telephones, cellular phones, pagers and wireless LAN, etc. The next point, that radio waves can travel long distances and can penetrate buildings easily. Okay, when we compare the radio waves with infrared waves, so infrared waves even not can go across the wall, but radio waves can easily penetrate buildings. However, these signals get easily affected by rains, thunders, storms, etc. You can see the picture of radio waves. After radio waves, the satellite communication. So satellite communication is widely used all over the world, allowing users to transmit, means send a signal to any part of the earth's surface. When a signal is sent to a satellite, it either reflects it back to the earth or transmits it to another satellite. This way it can reach anywhere on the earth. And the third thing about satellite communication, that nowadays satellite transmission is extensively used by major television broadcasting companies. So our set-top box used satellite communication technology or satellite transmission. And the wire used in set-top box is coaxial wire or coaxial wire technology, which connects our set-top box with the dish TV antenna. The next topic is 3G or third generation. So 3G is the new generation of wireless technology and it has increases the speed of communication. The objective of this technology is to provide various value-added services like video calling, live streaming, mobile internet access, IPTV, etc. on the mobile phones. So by using 3G network technology, we can play easily various value-added services in our mobile, like we can do video calling, live streaming of videos and mobile internet access. Then 4G is the successor technology of 3G. So after 3G, the 4G came into existence. It offers more bandwidth and services as compared to 3G. As I saw that 4G is the successor technology of 3G, so it offers more bandwidth and services than as compared to 3G, and the bandwidth is approx 100 MHz and transfers data as much higher rates. Next, the 4G technology is also referred as a magic because of fraction of seconds data or information can be sent from one mobile or one computer to another computer in a network. After 4G, the next wireless net technology is Wi-Fi. So let's see what is Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is the most popular wireless communication technology used within a room or a building for connecting to internet. And Wi-Fi uses radio waves to allow two or more devices to communicate with one another. So we are using Wi-Fi regularly in our home by using Xender or by creating hotspot. We are too much familiar with Wi-Fi network technology, and the technology is most commonly used to connect devices like computers, tablets, and mobile phones to the internet. Okay, rail Wi-Fi is also example for free internet. Wi-Fi networks need to be password protected for security purpose to safeguard inform unauthorized user. So Wi-Fi network must be password protected to secure for unauthorized use of data. After Wi-Fi, the next wireless network technology is WiMAX. So WiMAX means worldwide interoperability for microactive access is similar to Wi-Fi. Let's see, however, it works on much larger scale and at faster speed. WiMAX cover greater distance and can cover large cities. WiMAX also has a range of up to 30 miles. This wireless technology allows data to be transmitted as 30 to 40 MB per second. So the speed of WiMAX is 30 to 40 MB per second, and the area covered by a Wi-Fi it approx 30 miles. Now the next topic is type of networks. So type of networks means the network which is used for a small area or created for a small area, so that is local area network. If used for metropolitan cities, so that is metropolitan area network. And the network that is very broad or across the national boundaries and state boundaries is called wide area network. The internet is the best example or wide area network or WAN. So wired or wireless network can be classified or divided into various types of depending upon areas covered by the network or size of the network. Okay, so the type of network divided into various types depending upon the area covered by the network or the size of the network. And a network can be stabilized in a room or a building, or it can be as big as covering the world, the whole city or town. So depending upon the geographical area covered by a network, it is classified as. The very first topic is local area network. So a local area network is a computer network covering a small area like a home, office, or a group or building such as school or college. A simple LAN can consist of personal computer and a printer, or it can connect several computers together. All the connected devices share information with each other, and a LAN is limited in size, typically spanning a few hundred meters. So there are not too big area covered by local area network. It is usually fast with a speed from 10 Mbps to 10 Gbps. Because of the size of network is so small, so can the speed of data is very fast. It requires little wiring, typically a single cable connecting to each device. So we can use twisted pair cable to connect two or more computer devices in a network or for creating local area network. And its setup involves lower cost compared to the MANs or WANs. Means the cost of installing LAN is very less as compared to metropolitan area network and wide area network. And LANs can be either wired or wireless. So it can be either wired or wireless. The local area network is. After LAN, the next topic is metropolitan area network or MAN. So This network or MAN is a computer network covering a large areas like a school campus, college corporate office or a city. It is also used as a interconnection of several local area networks. And a MAN is often a high speed network and allows sharing of multiple resources. The example of MAN is telephone company network that provides a high speed DSL, means digital subscriber line, to customers, and cable TV networks branches for nationalized bank in several cities connected together. After MAN, okay, you can see here the picture of how a network is created. The wide area network connects LAN and MAN together. It covers a large geographical area. This network may be located throughout a country or a continent or even around the world. WANs may transmit data over high-speed phone lines or wireless links such as satellite. Internet and ATM facility are example of WAN. So internet and ATM facilities are example of WAN. After WAN, we now understand about something about internet. So let's see. Okay, first let's see the picture of or diagram of. Here you can see a metropolitan area network contains lots of LANs, same as a wide area network can contain lots of metropolitan area network and local area networks. So let's see what is internet. So internet is a global network connecting millions of computers. Some links are given below. You can find or use these links in description, through the description box of this video. So internet also called network of networks or the World Wide Web. Now, and in World Wide Web or internet, a standard protocol followed for transmitting data from one system or one network to another. These set of rules and regulations are called protocols, or for the rules used for networking called networking protocols. So how internet works? So watch the videos given links. So by clicking on these links, you can find these links in description box, and by clicking on these links you can also watch how internet works through the videos. Now let's see type of internet services. So internet services, so we are familiar with the names of various services in our country like Airtel, Vodafone, BSNL, Jio, etc. We can select any type of internet service and service provider depending upon the internet service provider, ISPs. Serves the area where services are required and what types of services do they offer. So let's see some common types of internet services are listed below. First is dial-up. So this is generally a slowest type of internet connection and should probably be avoided unless it is the only service available in the area where internet service is required. Dial-up internet uses the phone lines, thus landline and the internet cannot be used at the same time. So when we discuss about dial-up internet service, we remembered 20 years ago when we used internet through our landline. So if we connect the port or the wire of our landline connection into our computer, so at that time we run internet, but we cannot attend or receive the calls. The next type of internet service is DSL. So DSL services uses a broadband connection which makes it much faster than dial-up. DSL connects to the internet via phone line, but unlike dial-up, we can use the internet and phone line at the same time. So DSL services uses a broadband connection. So in offices and schools and government organizations, broadband connection was used. In broadband connection, the both two works are internet and telephone, or can DSL connects the internet via phone line, but unlike dial-up, we can use the internet and phone lines at the same time. So we can use both internet and phone lines at same time parallelly, unlike dial-up connection where we can either use phone lines or internet. The third is cable. So cable service connects to the internet via cable TV. It uses a broadband connection and can be faster than both dial-up and DSL service. So cable service connects to the internet via cable TV. Third is satellite. Fourth is satellite. So a satellite connection also uses broadband but does not require cable or phone lines. It connects to the internet through the man-made satellite orbiting the earth. Then 3G and 4G services is most commonly used with mobile phones and it connects wirelessly through the ISP network. However, these types of connection aren't always as fast as DSL or cable. So 3G and 4G services are very fast but not as fast as the broadband or cable internet connection. So this is all about your chapter 1 or topic 1. Let us explore computer networks. Thank you.